In September 1902, the British administration in the United Provinces of Agra and Oudh published this. It consists entirely of administrative tables, file numbers, and alphabetical indices. This was the true logistical reality of the colonial regime, a relentless, physical accumulation of endless official paperwork. Wedged between the municipal approvals and supply requests are brief, sterile records of riots, train wrecks, and local resistance. To see how a sprawling empire actually functioned, we have to look past the grand historical battles and focus on the paperwork. This ledger was a technology. It was built to digest a resisting subcontinent and spit it back out as a series of manageable administrative problems. The colonial government tracked resources down to the smallest fraction to maintain an artificial sense of order. Take the train fare for pensioner Ram Dulare. The administration required a formal, recorded approval to pay him exactly 3 rupees, 3 annas, and 9 pies. A few pages later, we find the government officially sanctioning exactly 1 rupee per month for cleaning charges at a local police storehouse. By routing even a single rupee through a central hub for approval, the administration proved its reach extended into the smallest transactions of the province. This obsession with the micro created an aura of total surveillance, signaling that no corner of the empire was too small to watch. The government's absolute priority was maintaining the loyalty of its native police enforcers. The index reveals a wall of petitions from dismissed native officers, begging the government for their jobs back. In item 37, Sub-Inspector Muhammad Abdul Latif appeals his dismissal for dishonest motives. The government reviews the case, refuses to interfere, and the sub-inspector is forced into retirement. While some officers lost their livelihoods, others were managed through unyielding uniform codes. This entry clarifies that police sergeants are strictly forbidden from wearing gaiters. By keeping native officers in constant petition and debating the specifics of their uniforms, the administration ensured the force remained perpetually dependent on the approval of its supervisors. When violence or accidents occur, the crime section of the ledger performs the work of neutralizing the chaos. Here, a riot in Amroha that led to 43 arrests is reduced to a single, emotionless row in a table. A fatal train collision on the Kanpur-Achnera Railway is processed with the same flat administrative tone, closing the case once the staff is punished. The system catalogs physical violence alongside threats to its currency. Item 56 records the arrest of Bhagwat Din for possessing a single counterfeit rupee and the implements to create more. The ledger turns these volatile events into solved data points, allowing the government to manage the threat without acknowledging the humanity behind it. By the end of September 1902, the lives of millions have been neatly categorized from A to W. These documents functioned as a technology of detachment, creating an administrative buffer between the ruler and the ruled. When humans are reduced to data points, the ruling class is no longer required to feel the consequences of their authority. This paperwork allowed the colonial government to detach themselves from the physical reality of their daily authority. The banality of this bureaucracy is not a side effect of control. It is exactly what makes such a vast system possible.